Welcome to the modern corporate landscape, where efficiency goes to die and simple tasks are treated like classified government operations. Lately, it feels like management has completely lost the plot. They've entered the SOP era, standard operating procedures. On paper, SOPs are supposed to be guidelines to keep things consistent. In reality, they are a weapon of mass complication. It's like they looked at a straight, efficient line from point A to point B and said, "No, this is too easy. Let's add a maze, three toll booths, and a fire pit in the middle." Let's talk about the hoops, the endless, dizzying hoops. Imagine you need a simple approval or a basic software setup, something that takes 5 minutes and would let you finish a project today. In a normal world, you'd ask, get a yes, and move on. But in the corporate bureaucracy matrix, that request kicks off a literal odyssey. First, you have to submit a ticket. Then you find out you submitted the wrong type of ticket, so you have to submit a different one. Next, it goes to a middle manager who passes it to a committee, who then schedules a meeting to discuss whether they should schedule another meeting to approve it. You end up needing 5 different signatures from people who don't even know what your department does. By the time you finally get the setup approved, 3 weeks have passed, the deadline has moved, and you've aged 5 years. It turns a minor speed bump into a full-blown existential crisis. But all of that pales in comparison to the absolute psychological warfare of the corporate feedback loop. We have all been there. Management sits everyone down in a town hall or sends out an anonymous survey looking incredibly earnest. They say things like, "Our door is always open. We want your honest feedback. Tell us how we can support you and make your workflows better." And for a second, you let your guard down. You think, wow, they actually care. So you give them honest feedback. You tell them, hey, this new approval chain is slowing us down, or we really need this specific tool to automate this manual task. And that is exactly when the trap snaps shut. The moment you speak up, they don't say, thank you, let's fix that. Instead, they look at you and say, interesting, well, why exactly do you need this? Can you build out a business case to justify it? Can you show us the projected ROI for this $5 piece of software? Suddenly, your reward for trying to help the company run smoother is a mountain of extra homework. Giving a piece of feedback turns into an entire side project. You now have to spend your evenings writing a 20-page proposal, gathering metrics, and creating slide decks just to justify getting the basic support you should have had in the first place. You end up doing hours of unpaid labor just to prove that a broken system is, in fact, broken. The system is designed to punish initiative. It sends a very clear, unspoken message to the entire team. If you open your mouth to suggest an improvement, we will make your life significantly harder. So what happens? Total silence. Everyone learns to just keep their head down, do things the slow, painful, stupid way, and smile during the meetings. The company gets less efficient, the employees get more burnt out, and management sits back, looks at the lack of complaints, and congratulates themselves on a job well done. If you are currently drowning in a sea of unnecessary SOPs, or if you've ever been punished with extra work just for answering a request for feedback, leave a comment below. Let's commiserate together, because if we don't laugh at this stuff, we're definitely going to cry.